Welcome back, or welcome if this is your first time visiting. My name's Tina Hurley. I'm the CEO and the founder of Less Leg, More Heart. It's a charity that helps amputees with support, supplies, and services that improve their quality of life. Intentionally vague, anything we can do to make it a little bit easier to transition and thrive in this new world of disability. This platform is a place where we bring inspiration, positive stories, and vetted goods and services to you so that you can expand your awareness, your perspective, or just maybe your overall motivation. Without further ado, I have an incredible guest today, someone that is working together with my organization and has an incredible story to share, an incredible why, and a lot of really exciting things that he does. Anthony Cappelletti, thank you for being here today. I'm so excited. You actually drove all the way from New York.
Yeah, up at 3 a.m. this morning to be out here, but still excited, full of energy, ready to get it going. And I'm really excited about today because first of all, it's Limb Loss Awareness Month.
It is.
What an appropriate month
LL.
to be out here. And we have so many things in the works right now. It's like this huge culmination. We've got the test run out here, the Boston Marathon. Obviously, this right here is huge for me. I'm very happy to be here with you. But
the most exciting thing for me, Anthony, is that, and of course, I'm going to segue that way. All of our followers know I love kiddos. I'd have 16 if I could. Anthony just had a baby like 5 days ago.
My little baby girl, Gianna. That was the hardest part of getting out here today, actually.
So the fact that you just had a brand new newborn, your fiance is at home just championing this little human, so you're still so committed to helping amputees, to helping the limb loss community, to spreading awareness, that you left your brand new baby just to drive here, and you're going to drive all the way back today.
I actually feel guilty, but we have we had so much preparation going into all of this that I could not let it go down.
But it shows the why. You know, it's like you go through life and you're trying to find purpose, right? Everybody's trying to find purpose. And I know for myself, and I'm sure you can relate, you have what you think is that, and then you lose a limb, at least in our community, and you can either do one of two things. You can loathe and be a victim and grieve and feel entitled. We had talked about that yesterday. Or you can go, man, I've just been gifted this like incredible opportunity to be a beacon of hope for other people and to help spread awareness and tools and resources. And either one I can choose, but man, that second one feels a hell of a lot better.
Yeah, and that's exactly how it happened for me. So just to set the stage of how I got into this position, August 8th, 2020, riding my motorcycle at night, misjudged a turn and crashed into a rock wall, ripped my leg right off. I'll skip through all the gory stuff. A couple days later, I'm in the hospital, and there's just an outpour of help. And like all these people, a community of people around me who I always knew loved me, but I had no idea how much. And they just supported me in such a way that I don't think I've had a bad day. I mean, obviously I've had my bad days, but I've always been able to, like the light that was shined on me through these people I've been able to get through anything. And it's because of the support and outreach of other people. You know, I had a huge GoFundMe, so I was taken care of financially, and then emotionally, just people reaching out to me, and that hit me in such a profound way that I immediately found that my purpose now was to make sure that I can have that impact on other people as much as I can. And so that's what my daily grind has become. Right, is reaching out to other people and helping them when they're in this position, because it's really easy to go into a dark place when you lose your limb and your ability to get out into the world. So if I can help people get over that, obviously that's what I'm doing. That's why I'm out here.
Well, they say, your tribe dictates your vibe. And my story is similar, where I would have been real rough off if I didn't have some incredible community members, family members, people that were just acquaintances that were doing these profound things and bringing meals. Like you said, they step up in a way that you don't expect and that you question in yourself, would you have for someone at that time, what you knew at that time? And the way that presence is in your life is really what I think the underlying meaning of being here is. We're all connected, we're all here to support one another, and whatever we can give them, time, energy, resources, is the most important thing.
Right.
So it's really wonderful that you felt that, but not just felt that, within 2 years. I mean, you're only 2 years from your accident, 2.5. You've already done all these things. I mean, you've been listed on like one of the top podcasts to watch in the amputee community. You run this incredible show. I want to talk more about that. You're involved with an international manufacturer for running blades. You're just everywhere, social media presence. Now you're doing a limb loss challenge. So, I mean, you tell me what you want to talk about first, because there's just so much goodness happening.
So what I would like to talk about is what's fascinating to me is from the outside, it looks like I came into this of my own volition, but it happened so organically. So when I started the podcast, Two Dudes, Three Legs, it had nothing to do with being an amputee. We just happened to keep falling into that sector to a point where I got involved with Levitate, right, Lasse Madsen, and he invited us out to one of his test runs, right? And then we met a bunch of amputees there and sort of fell into the community. And once I fell into it, it was like it just took over. Now it's a complete half of the podcast, and like it's taken over a whole portion of my life, which I love. But it just happened. Like I didn't even try for it, and that to me just feels like a godsend or whatever it is, like the universe speaking to me. Not to sound all like whatever.
No, but it's true. The path of least resistance sometimes, especially after trauma, people will say, I don't know why this is taking me in this way. And then you end up at a place just because you've been that yes person and you're following that intuition. And all of a sudden you're in this place looking back, how would that, I never could have aligned the series of things that occurred for me to be here right now.
Right.
I wanted to just also say to the people that are watching, so Levitate is a Copenhagen, Denmark running blade manufacturer. They make direct-to-consumer running blades for amputees. The big problem with the community is that insurance is a third party that monopolizes the direction of care for patients. And the prosthetists get stuck in the middle, and patients ultimately
pay the price.
Yeah, they pay the price because they don't get afforded to them the options that they otherwise need to improve their mobility. And so these running blades not only are direct to consumer, people can purchase them, but they're a fraction of the cost of running blades that are billed through insurance. They're only $2,000. So literally $2,000 can give somebody their ability to do active things again, which is the weather's getting warmer and we're all trying to get out of this pandemic and we're all trying to be our best self, new year, new me, that kind of thing, is a huge deal, and it's life-changing.
Yeah.
So anyway, you've connected with them, and what's going on with it?
So basically, I to go back, I became part of the amputee community, and immediately I was reached out to by a nonprofit, and I was like, yeah, let's raise money, like let's help people. I was able to already help people on the level of just giving them inspiration and showing them, this isn't it for you, like you can keep going, don't let it slow you down. And I am able to share that message with amputees who haven't had such a great experience by meeting with other amputees who have had a great experience.
No brainer,
and
right?
sharing their story on my platform. Now with that, we've also been able to, I've only been really doing the charitable thing for maybe 6 months, but I've already raised, I don't know, maybe $25,000 to $30,000, and I chose to team up with Levitate because of his price point.
Exactly.
I purchase his blade legs with money that I raise and give it to amputees who need it, because what better way to empower an amputee than give them the ability to run again? I experienced that myself. I purchased my blade leg because for me it was like a no-brainer. $2,000,
exactly.
Let's go, I can run again. And then once I experienced that, I was like, other people need this in their life. So being able to give back has changed me in a profound way too. So this is just the beginning of that journey, and I can't wait to see how far we can take it. And working with you now, I mean, our ideals align like this. When we first spoke, it was like...
It's so funny, they say that you surround yourself, with people, and the 5 that are sort of closest to you or that come in your orbit are sort of more about who you are, right? And I feel like the Levitate brand is more than just a good. It's sort of like a mentality. It's a community. And I was brought into sort of your orbit through Lasse. He's like a master connector. He's not just making blades to make money. He's an amputee himself, and he's bringing members of the community all over. I mean, I just spoke to a girl from Ireland that's an amputee that's going to be raising funds for U.S. blades through our organization. So he's literally just bringing everybody together.
He is like
for
the great
good.
connector right now.
Yeah, he's just great. And he connected me with you. And our first conversation, it was like, man, we're both drivers. We both want to help people. And we both have had some experiences with other places that have taught us lessons.
Yes.
And what to look for, and how to sort of go about doing it in a way that makes more sense and is more comfortable. Would you, to the amputee that's watching, or to another able-bodied that's watching that wants to get involved with fundraising, do you have any words to say in terms of things that you have for advice?
You would be surprised how easy it is to have a positive impact on someone else's life. Just even words of positivity. I've been able to help so many people, and I had no idea that it was that easy. Literally talking to someone and giving them a positive outlook is all you need to do. Like, I'm out here doing the most I can, which is, raising funds and traveling across the nation to literally hand deliver these blade legs, but you don't have to do that. Like, you can just talk to someone who's having a hard time.
Yeah.
And, as simple as just encouragement. Like, it's so easy to touch people now, and especially with social media.
It's got its good and its bad, but the good is that it's really connecting these small demographics. You can just search a hashtag and you find members of your community, your belonging. When I became an amputee almost 7 years ago, we call it Ampuversary in the biz for those that are watching. I didn't know many of me. I was an amputating clinician and I was making amputees, but they were geriatric, comorbid, vasculopathic, smoker, elderly people.
Yeah.
I couldn't identify with that.
Not your niche.
So it's really nice that we can connect and find those things. But right now, speaking of social media, there's a limb loss challenge that you actually created. And I want to talk about that.
Well, I don't want to take all the credit for it.
Well,
I think
we
it
all
was
did,
incepted on that phone call that you and I and Lasse had.
It's true, but
one of you
really
guys said it,
knocked
and
out.
I ran with it. No pun intended. But basically, just for anyone who doesn't know, the challenge started off as you do a 40-yard dash on one leg. And the point is to raise awareness for Limb Loss Awareness Month. And it's also just for you to have an amputee experience, whether you are an amputee or not.
Yeah.
You're running 40 yards. It doesn't even have to be 40 yards. You could literally stand on one leg for 5 minutes for all I care. Actually, I've seen a lot of iterations of it, a lot of funny ones, which I'll share with you.
Oh, I had neighbors doing one-leg burpees over a couch, standing in a corner doing ball tosses.
A lot of people having fun with it.
Whatever you can do on one leg. And like you said, it's not necessarily the specific that you're doing. It's just you're taking a moment. It's like the silence at the before a game, like the intentional moment of pause to go, wow, this is pretty tough. And, I'm honoring this motive, this initiative by just doing a thing and posting it, because right now to spread that is the best thing that we can do, because a lot of people have no idea what it looks like behind the scenes, especially what it feels like behind the scenes.
Oh yeah, I had no idea. I mean, my uncle has been an amputee for 20 plus years.
Oh, really?
And so he's an above the knee. And I always saw him and I just couldn't relate, because you could never put yourself in someone's shoes like that. So I hope this obviously serves in a way to help that. And it's been spreading pretty quick. The goal is obviously for it to be like the Ice Bucket Challenge, which is really hit home with me as well, because my father actually passed away from ALS. So it's everything is just, it's funny how everything's so interconnected in so many ways.
So if you guys are watching and you're at home and you're going, man, it's a beautiful day out, I wonder what I should do. You want to jump around on one leg, do a 40-yard dash, do something. And if you're on social media, you want to tag Anthony Cappelletti, levitate, less leg, more heart, hashtag Limb Loss Awareness Month. We're going to be reposting it. We're going to be recirculating it. We're going to be choosing the videos that are really exciting and putting them in a compilation. And we're going to be really using this as a driver to help us also with fundraising in order to give away running blades. So the piece to this that I think is the most incredible is that through Anthony's connection to Less Leg, More Heart, and some of the transparency that our organization is willing to provide, because really we don't want anything for it. We want these things to get into hands as best we can. One of the many initiatives that we run, because he was connected, he's now a peer-to-peer fundraiser for the organization, which anybody can be. And he gets to see exactly how much money he raises for running blades. And every single time the $2,000 mark is met, a running blade gets ordered through Less Leg, More Heart from Levitate, and he gets to be the giver. I mean, it's so exciting, I think, and the reason that we have already 20 fundraisers in the program is because the joy of giving, you talked about it's good to do it. It makes me feel good to do it. We really do rise by lifting others. I mean, that's what's kept me afloat throughout my ongoing medical condition. And I think that that's the underlying reason that we're all here. So if anyone's interested in doing what Anthony's doing, you can go to our website, lesslegmoreheart.com. You can click on the tab Running Blades, and you can just check out what we're doing, check out the campaign, send us a message. Really easy to get you signed in just using your email. And Anthony's already giving away probably at least 2 blades this Saturday, if not more.
Yeah, I think so.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
You already have the people picked out?
Yes.
Nice. So tell me about the vetting process. What's that like?
We like to find people who are going to use them. That's really all I care about. As long as and it's easy to find people who are going to, because social media now, if I find someone who is in need of it and I believe they're going to use it and it's going to have a positive impact on their life, you're in.
Yeah.
So unless they're, riding around in a Bugatti and they don't need the money, you can go buy one yourself.
But also people that are good humans, right? It seems like the folks that we're helping in our organization, and seems like what you're doing as well, they seem to be people that just need that leg up, pun intended, and they look like they're going to really be the beacon of light to help spread the ripples of giving and philanthropy and humanitarianism out. We can't change the world. We're trying like hell to change the world. But if we change lives for thousands of people, that in turn are going to change lives of thousands of people.
I think that is changing the world, if you ask me.
Sure, we're the unitas, but they have to also be active participants in helping to better their community. And I think that the folks that at least I've seen that you're going to be giving these blades to this weekend are going to be doing just that. But tell me about your podcast. I want people to know where to find you. I want them to be able to see your content.
So, little backstory, the podcast started as like just me and my buddy. He's actually my manager. We sell solar. We were just doing 2 mics, no video, nothing, and talking about business. And then, like I said, through that, I couldn't even tell you the exact steps, but it really just fell into the amputee community.
Right.
And through them, I've been able to make, with the community, which I give a huge credit to LASE, again, because the test runs, which are the events where any amputee can show up and try a blade leg on to see if it's something for them or not. That's where we met all the other amputees, which is incredible because not only do you get to see other people in your situation, you get to relate to them, but they also are very active on their social media, which has helped me to grow my own brand and in turn get more donations to give back to amputees who need it. But the podcast, I mean, in short, we just have a lot of fun. Anyone who's got a good story, we'll have them on, shine the light on them. We just did an awesome story on Rachel Handler, the bionic brunette. She's an actress. That just dropped a day or 2 ago.
Nice.
But anyone who's got a story that can move someone, I feel like nowadays everybody focuses on like big stars and everybody wants to know what they're doing. Like people care what Kim Kardashian had for breakfast. Like who cares? Like I want to talk to people who have been through something and have some insight that they can share with the world, and that'll also help other people who are going through what they're going through.
So what's your channel called?
2 Dudes, 3 Legs.
And is there any website, any other links or places you want people to check out?
I mean, you can go onto my Instagram. It's just Anthony Cappelletti. Maybe we'll put that on the screen because good luck spelling that last name. But the 2 Dudes, 3 Legs, Instagram. We're on YouTube. That's where most of our stuff lives. And I would love if you guys go in, subscribe, enjoy the material we have. And if you have any ideas of people that you think we should feature, I'm happy to reach out to them and have them on. We just want people with stories who can help impact other lives,
So
that's
if
really
you had
all we want.
anyone that's watching this, they're on YouTube, they're on social media, they're on cable TV, you want to give them 3 calls to action. What are your 3 calls to action for these folks right now?
First of all, get out and do the limb loss challenge. It's simple, it's fun. Everyone's on Instagram. Hop on your leg for 40 yards if that's what you want to do, or do whatever iteration of it you want to do. It's such a simple way. It doesn't cost you any money, but it's such a simple way to raise awareness for amputees. Another call to action I would give to people is, I guess, just be more kind to other people and like I said in the beginning, you don't have to go crazy helping other people. It's not that hard. Just lend a helping hand when you can, and just do what little you can, and try to pay attention and see how far it goes, because it really does go further than you think. And then another call to action.
Join our fundraising.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, visit my donation page.
Right? Yeah, Anthony's got a great donation page. He gets to participate in the giving if he's the one raising the funds. So definitely go to his and not ours so that he can do that.
And another thing about my donation page is, I've obviously made sure that we're getting dollar for dollar what's going in. But when you give to my donation page, I'm going to make sure that anyone who receives anything from me, you're going to get to see that directly. So if we raise money for a blade leg, I'm always filming the videos of me giving it to people. I like to do the surprise method because no better way to make people cry than with
Everybody
a little
loves
surprise.
Ashton Kutcher's Punked. Everybody loves it.
Oh,
Punked,
yeah.
Or any kind of like jump out. Yeah.
Right. Well, that's the way we love to do it. Just
So
the shock factor.
you, if you're a donor, and we're going to put a QR code on the screen to be able to donate to Anthony's campaign. If you're a donor, what he's saying is he's going to be able to show you exactly where your money's going, show you the surprise and the excitement and the love and the tears and the joy of the life really that you just changed. And I really think that that's a profound piece that a lot of donors are missing.
Right.
They can read about where their money went. They don't know that it's dollar for dollar. They can't have that attestation. They can't see the eyes of the person that's like so overwhelmed that they are special enough that they were given this by the generosity of their community. And I'm gonna just give myself chills. I'm such a cornball. But that's just so beautiful. So Anthony, I really appreciate you coming on and chatting with me. I'm excited. We have a really fun day in store. There's a lot of media coming out from Anthony, his pages, and his team. So make sure that you stay tuned. And without further ado, guys, make sure that you leave and put your best foot forward.
Thank you so much.